Are you struggling to land your dream role in QA because the interview questions seem tougher than the actual job? Most candidates fail not because they lack skills, but because they can't articulate technical testing concepts under pressure. In this video, we will cover software testing interview questions and answers, QA testing practice test. Unlock your career in quality assurance with this comprehensive guide to software testing interview questions. In this video, we dive deep into 30 essential software testing interview questions covering manual testing, automation concepts, SDLC, and defect management to ensure you are fully prepared for your next technical round. Make sure to grab a notebook and follow along with these scenarios. Which of the following is the primary purpose of software testing? Option A. To prove that the software has no bugs remaining. Option B. To find defects and provide information about the level of quality. Option C. To ensure that the development team is working efficiently. Option D. To increase the cost of the software development process. The correct answer is B. The fundamental objective of software testing is to identify defects and assess the quality of the software. According to the principles of testing, exhaustive testing is impossible. Therefore, testing cannot prove that a system is 100% bug-free. Option A. Instead, it aims to reduce the risk of failure and ensure the product meets the specified requirements and user needs. The concept that a small number of modules contain most of the defects is known as Option A. Pesticide paradox. Option B. Absence of errors fallacy. Option C. Defect clustering. Option D. Early testing. The correct answer is C. Defect clustering is based on the Pareto principle, 80/20 rule, which states that approximately 80% of defects are often found in 20% of the modules. Identifying these hotspots allows testers to focus their efforts more effectively. The pesticide paradox. Option A. Refers to the need to update test cases to find new bugs, while the absence of errors fallacy. Option B. Suggests that finding no bugs doesn't mean the system is useful. At which stage of the software testing lifecycle, STLC, are the test cases written? Option A. Test planning. Option B. Requirement analysis. Option C. Test design, development. Option D. Test execution. The correct answer is C. Test cases and test scripts are formally created during the test design or test development phase. During requirement analysis. Option B. Testers understand what to test during test planning. Option A. The strategy and resources are defined. Test execution. Option D. Is the phase where the actual tests are run against the software build. Which type of testing is performed to ensure that new code changes have not adversely affected existing features? Option A. Smoke testing. Option B. Sanity testing. Option C. Regression testing. Option D. Exploratory testing. The correct answer is C. Regression testing is the process of rerunning functional and non-functional tests to ensure that previously developed and tested software still performs correctly after a change, such as bug fixes, configuration changes, or enhancements. This is crucial to prevent side effects in the codebase. If an input field accepts values between 1 and 100 inclusive, which values would be used for boundary value analysis? BVA. Option A. 0, 1, 100, 101. Option B. 1, 50, 100. Option C. 0, 1, 2, 99, 100, 101. Option D. 1, 2, 100, 101. The correct answer is A. Boundary value analysis focuses on the values at the edge of the boundaries. For a range of 1 to 100, the boundaries are 1 and 100. Testing involves the boundary value itself and the values just outside those boundaries. Therefore, 0, invalid low, 1, valid low, 100, valid high, and 101, invalid high, are the standard BVA set. What is the primary goal of unit testing? Option A. To verify the interaction between different modules. Option B. To validate the system against user requirements. Option C. To test individual components or modules in isolation. Option D. To check the performance of the entire application. The correct answer is C. Unit testing is the lowest level of testing, typically performed by developers. Its primary goal is to isolate each part of the program and show that the individual parts, methods, classes, or functions are correct. Integration testing. Option A. Focuses on interactions and acceptance testing. Option B. Validates requirements. A defect that causes the entire application to crash and prevents further testing is categorized as which severity? Option A, low. Option B, medium. Option C, high. Option D, critical, blocker. The correct answer is D. Severity refers to the impact of the bug on the functionality of the software. A critical or blocker severity is assigned when the application is unusable, a core feature is completely broken, or the bug prevents any further testing from taking place. High. Option C. Might be a major feature failing without a workaround, but the app still runs. What is the difference between static and dynamic testing? Option A. Static testing involves running code. Dynamic testing does not. Option B. Static testing is done by testers. Dynamic testing is done by developers. Option C. Static testing involves reviewing documents without executing code. Dynamic testing involves code execution. Option D. There is no difference between the two. The correct answer is C. Static testing includes reviews, walkthroughs, and inspections of requirements, design, and code without actually running the software. Dynamic testing requires the software to be executed to observe its behavior and verify functional and non-functional requirements. In Agile methodology, when is testing performed? Option A. At the end of the entire project. Option B. Only after the development of a specific module is 100% complete. Option C. Continuously and concurrently with development in every sprint. Option D. Once every 6 months. The correct answer is C. In Agile, testing is not a separate phase. It is an integral part of the development process. Testing happens continuously throughout the sprint. This shift-left approach ensures that defects are found and fixed as early as possible, maintaining a high velocity of quality delivery. Which technique divides input data into classes where all elements are expected to be treated? similarly by the system? Option A, boundary value analysis. Option B, equivalence partitioning. Option C, decision table testing. Option D, state transition testing. The correct answer is B, equivalence partitioning. EP is a black box testing technique that divides the input data of a software unit into partitions of equivalent data from which test cases can be derived. The idea is that if one value in a partition works, all others in that same partition will likely work too, thus reducing the number of required test cases. Statement coverage is a technique used in which type of testing? Option A, black box testing. Option B, white box testing. Option C, ad hoc testing. Option D, exploratory testing. The correct answer is B, white box testing, also known as structural testing, involves looking at the internal logic and structure of the code. Statement coverage, branch coverage, and path coverage are all metrics used in white box testing to ensure that the internal parts of the code have been executed by the test suite. What is the state of a defect when it is first identified by a tester? Option A, assigned. Option B, open. Option C, new. Option D, fixed. The correct answer is C. In a typical defect lifecycle, when a tester finds a bug and logs it for the first time, its status is new. Once the lead or manager reviews it and decides it is a valid bug, it may move to open or assigned to a specific developer for fixing. Who is typically responsible for user acceptance testing, UAT? Option A, the development team. Option B, the QA team. Option C, the end users or stakeholders. Option D, the project manager. The correct answer is C, user acceptance testing. UAT is the final phase of testing before the software goes live. It is performed by the client, end users, or stakeholders to ensure the system supports real-world business scenarios and meets their specific needs. It determines if the software is fit for use. Testing the software for its ability to handle a large number of concurrent users is called Option A, usability testing. Option B, performance load testing. Option C, security testing. Option D, compatibility testing. The correct answer is B. Load testing is a subset of performance testing that determines how a system behaves under a specific expected load, e.g., a certain number of concurrent users. Stress testing goes further by pushing the system beyond its limits to see where it breaks. What is the term for testing conducted by developers at the developer's site before releasing the product to customers? Option A, beta testing. Option B, alpha testing. Option C, gamma testing. Option D, delta testing. The correct answer is B. Alpha testing is a type of acceptance testing performed in-house by the development QA team to find bugs before the product is released to external users. Beta testing, Option A, is performed by real users in their own environment after alpha testing is complete. What is sanity testing? Option A, testing performed on a new build to check if it's stable enough for further testing. Option B, Brief testing to verify that a specific bug fix works as expected and doesn't break related logic. Option C. Testing all possible paths in a program. Option D. Testing performed by the customer. The correct answer is B. Sanity testing is a subset of regression testing. It is performed after receiving a software build with minor code changes or bug fixes to verify that the specific changes work and that no further issues were introduced in that specific area. It is narrow and deep, whereas smoke testing is wide and shallow. If a bug is fixed by a developer, but the tester finds it again during retesting, what should the defect status be? Option A, closed. Option B, deferred. Option C, reopened. Option D, new. The correct answer is C. When a developer marks a bug as fixed, the tester performs retesting. If the bug still exists in the application, the tester changes the status back to reopened to signal to the developer that the fix was unsuccessful. Which testing technique is best suited for systems with complex business logic represented by multiple conditions and actions? Option A. Equivalence partitioning. Option B. Error guessing. Option C. Decision table testing. Option D. State transition testing. The correct answer is C. Decision table testing is an ideal technique for capturing system requirements that contain logical conditions. It helps testers map out all possible combinations of inputs and their corresponding outputs, actions, ensuring that no logic path is missed. In the V model of software testing, what corresponds to the requirement analysis phase? Option A. Unit testing. Option B. Integration testing. Option C. System testing. Option D. User acceptance testing. The correct answer is D. The V model maps development phases to corresponding testing phases. User acceptance testing, UAT, is planned during the requirement analysis phase. Similarly, system testing is planned during system design, and unit testing is planned during the coding phase. What is the focus of integration testing? Option A. Testing the software as a whole. Option B. Testing the interfaces between combined units, modules. Option C. Testing individual functions. Option D. Testing the installation process. The correct answer is B. Integration testing is the level of software testing where individual units are combined and tested as a group. The purpose of this level of testing is to expose faults in the interaction between integrated units. What is retesting? Option A. Running all tests again on a new build. Option B. Testing the system for performance. Option C. Executing specifically the test cases that failed in the previous execution to verify the fix. Option D. Randomly clicking on buttons to find bugs. The correct answer is C. Retesting is specifically the act of repeating a test that previously failed to confirm that the defect has been successfully repaired. It is different from regression testing, which checks for unintended side effects in other parts of the system. Which of the following is an example of non-functional testing? Option A. Checking the login functionality. Option B. Testing the Add to Cart button. Option C. Testing how the app behaves when the network speed is slow. Option D. Verifying that the correct error message appears for wrong passwords. The correct answer is C. Functional testing. Options A, B, D checks what the system does. Non-functional testing checks how the system performs. Network speed, security, usability, and reliability are all non-functional attributes. Which technique is most effective for testing a sequence of events or screen navigation? Option A, boundary value analysis. Option B, state transition testing. Option C, decision table. Option D, equivalence partitioning. The correct answer is B. State transition testing is used where the output is influenced by what has happened in the past. The state of the system. It is excellent for testing navigation flows, workflow systems, or ATM software where the system moves from one state to another based on inputs. What is the pesticide paradox in software testing? Option A, finding too many bugs in one module. Option B, running the same tests repeatedly will eventually stop finding new bugs. Option C, testing should start as early as possible. Option D, using automated tools causes more bugs. The correct answer is B. The pesticide paradox states that if you keep running the same set of tests over and over, they will eventually fail to find any new defects. To overcome this, test cases need to be regularly reviewed and updated, and new tests need to be written to exercise different parts of the software. A cosmetic bug, e.g., a spelling mistake on a page, that doesn't affect functionality usually has. Option A, high severity, high priority. Option B, low severity, low priority. Option C, high severity, low priority. Option D, low severity, high priority. The correct answer is B. Severity relates to technical impact, while priority relates to business urgency. A spelling error is low severity because it doesn't break any functionality. Usually, it is also low priority unless it's on a prominent page like the company logo or homepage, in which case it might become high priority but remain low severity. What is end-to-end testing? Option A, testing a single unit of code. Option B, testing the entire application flow from start to finish, including integration with external interfaces. Option C, testing only the UI components. Option D, testing only the database. The correct answer is B. End-to-end, E2E. Testing involves testing a complete application environment in a situation that mimics real-world use, such as interacting with a database, using network communications, or interacting with other hardware, applications, or systems. What is the difference between verification and validation? Option A, verification is, are we building the product right? Single quote. Validation is, are we building the right product? Single quote. Option B, verification is, are we building the right product? Single quote. Validation is, are we building the product right? Single quote. Option C, verification is dynamic. Validation is static. Option D, there is no difference. The correct answer is A. Verification. Static. Involves evaluating work products, requirements, design, to ensure they meet specified requirements. Validation. Dynamic. Involves evaluating the actual software to ensure it meets the user's needs and requirements. Verification focuses on the process, while validation focuses on the final product. When should you not automate a test? Option A. When the test is performed frequently. Option B. When the test is very time-consuming for humans. Option C. When the requirements are changing frequently and the feature is unstable. Option D. When the test involves repetitive data entry. The correct answer is C. Automation requires maintenance. If a feature is unstable or requirements are changing daily, the cost of updating the automation scripts will far outweigh the benefits. It is better to use manual or exploratory testing for unstable features until they mature. Which testing level focuses on verifying the whole system's compliance with specified requirements? Option A. Unit testing. Option B. Integration testing. Option C. System testing. Option D. Component testing. The correct answer is C. System testing is the first level where the application is tested as a whole. The goal is to verify that the integrated system meets the specified functional and non-functional requirements. It is typically conducted in an environment that closely resembles the production environment. What is exploratory testing? Option A. Testing based on a rigid set of pre-written test cases. Option B. Simultaneous learning, test design, and test execution. Option C. Testing the software without looking at the code. Option D. Automation testing. The correct answer is B. Exploratory testing is an unscripted approach to software testing. In this approach, the tester's skill and intuition guide the test testers explore the application to understand its behavior and design tests on the fly, which is highly effective at finding bugs that scripted tests might miss. That wraps up our 30 essential software testing interview questions. We've covered everything from fundamental principles to complex black box techniques. Remember, the key to a successful interview is not just knowing the answer, but understanding the why behind every testing strategy. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more QA career tips. Don't forget to check out our full-length practice test on Udemy for even more challenging scenarios. For a complete bank of practice tests and mock exams, check the link in the description below.